curiosity has led me to ask a lot of questions over my decades on this planet. When I was a new teacher in Denton, Maryland, I would often ask my colleagues, "What's it like to be you?" And they would look at me kind of perplexed, and I would repeat my question because I really did want to know what kept them awake at night, what brought them joy, if they ever ate ice cream for breakfast. And I also thought that it would help me make some quick connections in a town where I didn't know anyone, but it didn't work too well. And I gave up that line of questioning about the same time I cut my waist-length hair and got rid of my granny glasses. Before long, I was asking questions like, does anyone know how to make a 6-month-old sleep through the night? I just can't remember what it feels like. Followed way too closely by, does anyone know a good divorce lawyer who takes payments? And what the hell is a retainer fee? I thought a retainer was something for your teeth, not something where you can't tell the lawyer that your friend ran off with your husband and you want a damn divorce. Thought about showing him my teeth so he could see how crooked they were and know that I didn't have money for any kind of retainer. Then it was kind of my daughter and I. It was our stage of the two of us against the world. And one day I asked her what she wanted to be when she grew up. And she told me very firmly that she wanted to be a Golden Girl and twirl the baton in front of the University of Delaware marching band. And I told her we would have to find a twirling teacher because that definitely wasn't in my wheelhouse. Soon after that, I met John. And one of my first questions to him was, "You're not even 35 yet and you've been married twice?" And he nodded and I kind of scratched my head. And then my parents got wind of it. And they said, "You're dating a serial marrier with an afro and tattoos and a beard? Jesus Christ, Diane, you just go from bad to worse." But I moved to Pennsylvania to live with my serial marrier, and I started to teach at Beverly Hills Middle School. And every day when I walked into this 8th grade classroom, I saw this boy, Seth, who could hardly keep his eyes open. And at least twice a week he would fall asleep. And it didn't matter if I went near him and waxed poetic about the joy of using adjectives in his writing, he fell asleep. And he snored and he drooled. And one day after class, I asked him if he would come and see me. And I said, "Seth, do you think you could go to bed a little bit earlier so that you could stay awake during class?" And he shook his head no. And I gave him that perplexed teacher look. And then I prodded a little bit more. And he said to me, "I can't. I have 6 brothers and sisters, and I have to wait until all of them have had their baths. And then I take my pillow, my blanket, dry out that tub, and that's where I sleep. There are too many of us, and that's the only place for me to sleep." And ever after that, I've tried to remember Seth and not ask too many ridiculous questions. But I do have one more. Mikey Gleason, what's it like to be you? You have 5 minutes, starting now.
Thank you, Diane.
Thanks, Amy.